everyone, my name is Jess and I'm a boxing group fitness instructor and personal trainer here at Emerald City Boxing Gym. Today I'm going to be showing you how I wrap my hands for boxing, and just know that there's a bunch of different ways, so feel free to try out whatever works best for you. First thing you're going to need to get your wraps, obviously mine are super tangled. You can get your wraps at any sporting goods store, but I personally got mine on Amazon. They should range between $3 and $12. There's no specific brand that I recommend. They all pretty much do the job just fine. This is the brand that I personally use right now, and before then I used Everlast. The biggest thing is the size. So make sure if you're above the age of about 10 or if you're an adult to get the wraps that are greater than 180. If you see wraps that are labeled as 120, most likely they are going to be a little too small for your hands, so I always recommend going up. There is no downside to going up. You're going to have more material to work with and more material to go on top of your knuckles for that extra protection. Alrighty, now that that's done, I'm gonna be showing y'all how I wrap my hands for boxing. So the first thing you wanna do is find the place. Usually there's a tag right here, but you can kind of just tell what's the inside. Looks like this. And normally you'd have the tag, and you're gonna place the tag right here. Right here. And you're gonna hold it down with your thumb, and you are going to take it, flatten it out as much as possible, and you're gonna wrap it over your thumb, and we're gonna wrap it over 4 times. Flat as possible and super tight. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you should have something that looks like this, and you're going to slide it off your hand. So you have something that looks like this, right? You're going to place it on top of your knuckles. So you should have something that looks like this, and you're gonna wrap it over twice. You're gonna hold your thumb down and keep your thumb out. So twice up top, so it should be secure on your knuckles, and then twice on your wrist. So now you should have something that looks like this. Now I want you to hold your palms straight out, and next thing you're gonna do is you're going to lace your fingers. So you're gonna go from the bottom right here, and you're gonna go in between your pinky and your ring finger. Awesome, keeping it nice and flat. From here, in the back we see this. You're gonna go right here, around your knuckle, and back down again. So we're in the same spot that we started with. Now you're going to repeat this process for all of your other fingers. So in between my ring finger and my middle finger, across the knuckles and back down, keeping it as flat as possible, remember. Finger, knuckles, and we're back down here. Now comes the time where we wrap the thumb. So what you're going to do, you're gonna go inside the thumb. Inside right here, around the thumb, and over. I know that part is the hardest, so I'm gonna explain that one more time. We are going to go inside the thumb. You're going to take that and go around the thumb. And now we're back to our original starting point. So now with the extra length that you have, you are going to wrap your knuckles and then wrap your wrist. So go up top with your knuckles. Always bend when you cross over, so bend, release. Make a fist, release. Right on top of your knuckles, try and keep it as flat as possible. Bend, release. And now I have about this much left, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go down to my wrist. So I'm down here. Try not to keep it at one designated spot on your wrist. It's definitely better to spread it out along your arm. So I would say like here, 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 blah, 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 if you have that length to spare. But for now, I just have this. And so what I'm going to do is just Velcro it. And that's how you wrap your hands for boxing, with a lot of knuckle protection up top. Another tip is if you go the wrong way at the beginning, let's say your wrap ends up backwards and you're like, oh shoot, how am I gonna Velcro it? That's totally fine. All you have to do is twist. So just twist the wrap, and then eventually you're going to get it in the right direction. So it doesn't really matter if you start the wrong way or not. As I mentioned earlier, there are a bunch of ways to wrap your hands in boxing, and I personally like this way the most because I get optimal knuckle protection, which is really important when you're punching people. If you all would like me to make more boxing content, let me know, and be sure to check us out here at Emerald City Boxing Gym. That is the end of the video, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye! You're out of time. You're out of time. And now you're out of time.